Hey you guys, my name is Justin, and if you found this video, then you have made it to the right spot. I used to drink a fifth and a half of vodka every day, and throughout my addiction and all my struggles and my substance abuse, I put my brain, my body, everything through the ringer. And I killed a lot of brain cells, I gotta say. Certain days are great, some days are hard. So my sober date is January 11th, 2024. And that was probably my 2000th time trying to quit drinking alcohol. What had really changed for me is that I reframed and rewired the way that I thought about alcohol and consciously thought about how I felt before I was going to drink, thought about while I was drinking, how it made me feel, that little dopamine kick, how it made me feel directly after I drank, and then the negative effects that I had that day to 2 days after or 3 days after, and how many more cravings I had. I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people that struggle not just with alcohol, they struggle with pills or porn or whatever. I've been addicted to a lot of them. I mean, I used to be addicted to opiates and addicted to weed and addicted to all of it. Luckily, I got rid of all of the bad stuff when I was in high school. I'll leave that for another video. But with this recovery, I've got to say that the biggest thing that was able to help me, that I know is going to help you, is reframe the way that you think about alcohol. Reframe all of it. Alcohol, so alcohol is a toxic poison for your body. Alcohol itself, ethanol, goes into your body. Your liver is going to digest it. It's going to process all of that. It's going to turn it into a more toxic chemical. It's actually worse than ethanol. And then from there, your body is just going to be trying to get rid of this toxin inside of your body. Once I had learned about what alcohol does inside of your body, then I think it gave me just that extra piece of knowledge to understand, like, hey man, this is what's happening to your mind, your body, your liver, and all of the side effects like cancer and all of the pain, the body pain that I was having. Never really realized that a lot of it was caused by that alcohol. And a lot of the reason, I mean, not a lot of it, but I would also drink sometimes when my body hurt way too much because I just wanted to completely numb my body, numb my mind, because if I didn't have to deal with it, great. That's the way that I dealt with it. And I did that basically my whole life, and at the age of 37, today's my birthday, I've gone about a year and a half, no alcohol. Yeah, it's been a year and a half or so. And I don't have no desire to ever go back. I have my non-alcoholic beers because I think that I like the taste of them. But reframing the way that I thought about alcohol really, really transformed my life. So the moments leading up to drinking, the moments while I was drinking, the moments after I was drinking, and then the moments, days after. And either journaling or taking those mental notes of how I felt. And every time I did drink, I didn't beat myself up. And that was the key to not beating myself up. If you beat yourself up after you fail, or I guess not fail, but if you beat yourself up after you drink, then that's just giving you more excuses to go on this downward spiral and continue drinking or continue that bad habit. And when you reframe that to when you do drink or you do use, and then you're like, man, I made it 6 hours. I made it 6 hours without using or drinking, when normally you would be drinking every hour. count that as a win because you just got that time. And I know if I would make it 6 weeks, 4 weeks, if I made it a month, 30 days, that would be like a good, that's that first milestone, full month. And then you end up drinking. But then you start telling yourself that I'm a failure. I just did 30 days and look at me. I just drank or I just used. I'm a failure. I'm never going to be able to do this. I want to let you know that those are all lies. That's your subconscious just telling you all of these old patterns that you had wired for yourself from years of abuse. That really opened my mind to be able to rewire my brain in all aspects of my life, not just alcohol. So I used that and I was able to quit drinking. And then 9 months later, I had this spiritual awakening. I had been an atheist my whole life. I think at that time I was about 35. And I never believed in God, never believed in my soul. I never believed really in anything. And with this rewiring of my brain and this concept of how I quit drinking, I applied it to everything in my life. Positive affirmations. Thinking about how I reacted to when I would get triggered. Somebody cut me off. If somebody said something I didn't like. Politics. Anything. I would get triggered and angry. And I had this moment in my life where I was like, why are you letting all of these external things really ruin your day? And I sat with that. And I realized that, man, I'm letting all of these negative external, these external negative influences influence how I lived my life. That makes sense? Somebody cut me off and I'm going to let that trigger me. And I'm going to be talking about that for hours or days or weeks. And I realize that doesn't matter at all. None of it matters. And so every time I would react or I would get triggered, sure, that's natural. We're human. That's how we react. But the moment that I was able to really realize and catch myself and rewire and say something else once I was triggered. Somebody cut me off. I get all pissed off. That now I'm I wonder what they're going through today. I wonder what they're going through in order to, really, really get mad or cut me off or flip me off or whatever that situation was. Because I turned it around because I realized that none of this stuff is happening to me. It's happening for me. And all of these things happening for me are opportunities to grow. And that was one example, right, of trying to reframe and rewire my thinking and my thought process about this one trigger. And so every day there's going to be different. There's going to be hard days and there's going to be easy days. Some days I felt like I was literally on top of the world. The other days I just felt like I had the world on my shoulders. And it's still hard. This past week has been extremely hard for me, and I've been struggling a lot. But I know that I have this. I know that I have so much more power. I have so much more love within me that I'm able to look past all of this external noise going on in the world. And I know that at the end of the day, I've got myself. And since I have myself and I have embodied all of this love and embodied God, that I'm able to do anything in this world. And so I invite you to subscribe to this video if any of this resonated with you. because I know that I'm not alone in this journey, and I want to help you. And if you've made it this far in the video, you are a real one. And so I'll leave it at that. A few things to think about. How we think about other people, how we think about ourselves, how we react to certain situations, and what we can do with them, because ultimately you have the choice and you have the decision. You have the power to do anything that you want to do in this world. You just have to decide to do it. So I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.